could talk about them for 12 hours if you needed me to.
Have you done the honor flight?
I did their very first one. I did stories when they were getting it started to help them like get a good base of veterans on their waiting list. And then I went on the first one.
You went on the first one?
With them as just to do a story. And then I've been in contact with them ever since, doing stories in and out of COVID when they were having to cancel flights and trying to get them back up again.
Oh, that's a
great group.
I was born ready.
You are ready.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I have not cried as much as I did that whole day when I was on that honor flight.
Oh, wow.
The things that they say, the veterans, they just open up. I had a daughter call me, and she was like, my dad has never shared this story.
We're live.
We're on for the rest of the time, so we'll just talk about how they're getting things started, and we'll. Good morning and welcome to the Warner Robins Christmas Parade. It is a great day out here. Christmas in Toyland is the theme, and everyone out here is so excited to see their favorite floats and groups walk by. We are just getting ready to get things started. I'm Caitlin Heck.
I'm Frederick Price.
And I'm Jeremy Furman with the City of Warner Robins.
We have so many groups out here. We did this last year, I think it was 80-something groups. We're over 100 this year. So many people, you can see the building of excitement in this city.
Oh, yes, and you can hear the sirens beginning too, which of course means the parade is about to begin. Everybody's pretty festive and bundled up on this beautiful but cold Saturday morning. So let's go ahead and get things started right now with the Warner Robins High School AFJROTC program, as you see them right there on your shot right now. All uniformed and looking nice, of course. They are a community service organization working towards building cadets, and they have a lot of enthusiasm about service to the community. You know, if you talk to anybody that is in the Warner Robins community, specifically with the Warner Robins High School, that school focuses a lot on being involved in this community, and that ROTC program does as well.
We have a lot of ROTC groups here, and that just shows the support of the military community that you have here in the city of Warner Robins, which is so great. And I will tell you, these students work so hard. The precision, the training, all the things that they have to go through to finish their drills and join these competitions that they do. It is so impressive to see, and their dedication to it is very inspiring. So you can see them all there marching. We are so glad to have them here kicking things off. It is a great morning. You can see everybody behind them bundled up. It is cold out here, but that is not stopping anybody who was excited to be out here for this parade this morning.
I will say it's not as cold as it could be. We thought it would be a little colder than what it is now, but we certainly are bundled up and we have our hand warmers, so we were ready to face anything.
That's right. We are ready for it. Coming up slowly behind them, we are going to have their in the Jeep, it looks like we have Colonel Sandra Bonney with the 461st Air Control Wing, Deputy Commander there over at Robins Air Force Base. Excited to have her here with us. Of course, Robins Air Force Base, a big economic engine here in Warner Robins. You have the 78th Air Base Wing, you got the ALC. We have over 22,000 people working on that base every single day, and it is so great for them to be out here and joining in on all this festive fun because, of course, they are such a major part of this city and what it is all about. I'm hearing the cadets over here doing their marching and chanting. I'm a little distracted by all the fun that they're having.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a lot of fun over here. As I mentioned earlier, very uniformed. Everything is in unison and in order, as it should be. You know, they're training to be military servicemen and women, respectively.
And it really is a beautiful day here in Warner Robins for a parade. You have we have marching bands this year. We have groups from business groups and performance groups from all over the community. So I'm so excited to kick this off right now. And the ROTC, they are getting prepared right now to go into the workforce and to join Robins Air Force Base to become that economic driver here in Warner Robins.
Well, we are excited that they are out here. You can see it's a pretty big group, and that you'll see that as we go through this parade. A lot of these ROTC groups are so big, and it's so fun to see them all coming together. Of course, we got a lot of people out here excited for the parade, too. I think the city was estimating almost 20,000 people watching this today.
Oh,
I think so. That's about right.
And that seems like a pretty safe assessment, honestly. And as you guys know, this is my first year doing this. And last year, I think you said you had about 80 groups. This year, closer to 110. It's amazing how this thing has just really grown over the years, too. This is really a festive tradition for a lot of people who live in the Warner Robins community.
And being from Warner Robins, I mean, you always knew the Warner Robins Christmas parade. People came out, people enjoyed it. But I feel like you said, the excitement for this parade just keeps building and building every year, which is so fun.
It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and we welcome groups not just from here in Warner Robins, but Houston County, Macon come down to be a part of this event. So it is definitely a draw for folks here in Middle Georgia. The next group we have coming is our Grand Marshal, Keandra Richardson. And she is a star of Warner Robins.
Yes.
She is native here. She is Warner Robins' own. She has performed with Beyonce, Kanye West, and Tyler, the Creator. And she has also starred in Fox's Empire, contributing to 9 songs in its 6th season, and is now a leading star in BET's Kingdom Business, alongside gospel icons like Kirk Franklin and Yolanda Adams. We are so grateful for her being in this parade and for coming home. Welcome home.
There she
so
is. Hi there.
exciting.
Quite
What
an
a-
extensive career that young lady has. There she is, making her way on down Davis Drive this Saturday morning. What's going to be on your screen in just a few moments, the Westside Elementary School Boys to Men Dance Club. You see them there. We just missed them dancing just a few moments ago, but they're very talented. It's a group of 3rd and through 5th graders at Westside Elementary School's Boy Mentorship Program, and they kind of serve as ambassadors to promote Westside Elementary School and the Boys to Men Club by using creativity in their performance and learning. So good thing that those guys are doing for the community.
Up next, you hear them coming, the Houston County Black and Silver Brigade, a big old group here. As a Houston County Bear myself, I'm excited to see them marching in the
Bear
parade
down.
today. There they are, playing some Christmas tunes for us, playing some great music. Hey, this is a really great band.
Oh,
Grand
yes.
champion honors in 2 marching band competitions this year. Their Wind Symphony was recently invited to perform at world-famous Carnegie Hall.
Oh, wow.
Very talented group of young people here. They're under the direction of band director Jay Davis. A great, great group. You can see they are all decked out in their uniforms, playing some Christmas tunes. You're really getting a spirit. I don't know if you can see this on the screen. I don't think you can, but we got some kids dancing in the front here. And it is so cute. They are loving it.
And let me just compliment, because I'm a former brass player. I played trombone in high school.
Oh, nice.
And I love the horn angle. And I mean, the audio, the sound is really, really good. This is a very uniform band. A lot of time, a lot of tenacity clearly put into this performance, and they sound amazing this morning.
Yes, they do. You play trombone. I played trumpet and used to be a band director. And this is one of the best bands, not just in Middle Georgia, but across the state. They are recognized.
Wow.
So, and nothing makes a parade like a marching band. So
Right.
they are bringing the spirit.
A very good marching band.
Yes. Next up, we have the Central Georgia Technical College athletes. CGTC is your college for our community. On their float, and with them right now are athletes from across their basketball team, their football players, the soccer players, and it looks like that's Titus the Titan, their mascot.
It is so fun seeing Central Georgia Tech grow over the years and what they have been able to become. It's so impressive to see. Now they have athletics and so many new programs. They are drawing people from all over the state and really the region to Central Georgia Technical College because of all the programs and things that they have to offer. So that is really neat to see. There's some impressive skills right
Oh,
here
yes,
from this
look at
soccer
them.
group.
Wow.
Wow.
There's absolutely no way that I could do that.
No, not if you wanted anybody lining the streets. There's
my
no telling
goodness.
where that soccer ball would go if I was the one kicking it.
Oh, yes, but a lot of time and
That is
hard work
talent.
there. That is a whole lot of talent, an
Love to
immense
see it.
amount of talent, to say the least. Coming up next is the International City Corvette Club. You hear them probably. They're honking their horns. It's led by President J.J. Johnson. So many of these Corvettes that are lined up making their way down Davis Street this morning, and they are so beautiful, so polished. My goodness. The Corvette breeds an inherent sense of pride by its owners. It's unique to the automobile industry. I know a lot of people do own these. A lot of people in my family do. But it's more than just a car for these gentlemen. It's a charisma all of its own. The members of the International City Corvette Club try to exhibit the sense of pride in various club-sponsored events, so clearly they're very active in the community. And this is, of course, a car club established to promote the Corvette while having fun and supporting community events. And as they make their way, don't these Corvettes look
Wow.
so nice?
Those are so impressive. I just love seeing all the different styles and versions of them. This
Wow.
is not a car that I think my twins will be able to fit in the back of, so not one you'll see in my garage anytime soon.
Oh,
but-
come on. I don't want to hear that. You'll buy them when they're 18 when they graduate college.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
for sure, for sure. But I mean, the pride that this group has in their cars, but also in their community service. We see this with a lot of the car groups around here, whether it be Corvettes. We're gonna have some Jeep groups coming up a little later on too, I think. And it's
Wow,
really
look at
all about
those
service.
doors.
I know,
Wow,
that's what I
did you
was
see those?
drawn
What are those
to.
called?
I'm not a car person, so I couldn't tell you.
I used to know the name. I don't know. I just call them vertical doors at this point. But my goodness, those are awesome.
Wow.
That is very cool.
They're pretty expensive, let me tell you, to get those things installed. The price tag of those, thousands of dollars we're talking. But I mean, these men and women respectively put thousands of dollars worth of work into their Corvettes, as you see, and we're seeing it on display this morning.
The group just keeps going. I keep thinking we're coming up on the next group, but I just see more and more Corvettes coming down the street. We love to see it.
They are definitely a staple of the Warner Robins Parade, and they are in the community, and they help out with different activities across Warner Robins, and they are so much fun to watch here on Parade Day.
And I will add, I mean, they're very diverse. This group is very diverse. Of course, they have a common interest of Corvettes, but the members are veterans, and they're people who live in the city, various ages, backgrounds, single people, couples, those who know everything about Corvettes could probably tell us the actual price tag for those vertical doors that we're going to call them. But a very diverse group of people that really have an investment in this community.
Up next, coming in, we have the Miss Northside Middle pageant winner. Journey is an 8th grader, very involved in the middle school there. She is in the gifted program with the National Junior Beta Club. She's an officer in FFA and FCA and shows cows with their ag program, and also a game squad cheerleader. Where she finds the time for all this, I don't know, but we're excited to have her here, and I'm sure Northside Middle is just as excited to have her representing them in the parade today. Very impressive young lady.
Right behind her is the Northside Middle School Northside Middle School Student Council. This is a group of students who are elected to represent Northside Middle. They have they plan activities, address school issues, and lead the student body. Their sponsors: Miss Watts, Miss Rogers, and Miss Darasaw.
It's a pretty big group there. I love to see it.
They're all smiles and waving this morning. This is next on your screen right now is the Northside High School Miss Northside. She was recently crowned on December 5th. She completed in an interview on stage questions, application, informal wear, and talent competition. She's clearly very excited, as you see there, to share her love for Northside. And as always, it's great to be a Northside Eagle.
And you can't talk about Northside without this next group coming in, the Northside Cheerleaders.
There
They are
they
out
are.
here bringing the spirit this morning. A very talented team. They represent the heart and soul of Northside High School, inspiring fans, athletes, and student alike. I will tell you, they came out for our back-to-school coverage at the beginning of the year, and they are such a fun group, and they just love their school, and they love representing Northside, so it's great to have them out here. They are getting people up and dancing with their cheers and songs. Of course, you got the Northside Eagle there on the back of the truck, too. Got to have them in tow.
Looks like they have 2 eagles.
I see that.
Wow.
Wow. And I love their cute orange pom-poms, too. They're in the Christmas spirit. They got a lot of school spirit this morning, too. We hear the music and the chants, too.
Oh, there is nothing like Northside High School spirit. I will say that is a very, very spirited school. We love to see it. Love having them part of Warner Robins.
And next up, we have Mayor LaRonda Patrick. This has been an incredible year for the city of Warner Robins. Also on her float is, we got the elf here bringing the spirit. We have Bobby and Tim Thomas that are driving her. And I love the theme of this float. The theme is Toyland, and they have captured that in this float. So, hey, Mayor Patrick.
There she is, and of course, that is the theme for the Christmas parade, too. But she's all smiling this morning with her elves, and a lot of work has gone into this float, too, to say the least. Look at the attention to detail on those boxes, too.
Yes, and of course, the groups are bringing toys, collecting toys for this parade, so it's nice to see that Toyland theme reaching out to the community as well, not just being a theme, but really being a passion project, too.
And she has a group of young cheerleaders behind her, and what looks like orange pom-poms, too, as they make their way. A lot of spirit in this city. So next on your screen right now, the Warner Robins Heritage Club. The mission for them is to just really be a bridge to the future of honoring our past. They strive to honor World War II veterans, as Warner Robins is the city that World War II built.
And if you notice, that flag only has 48 stars on it because today is December 7th, and they are marking what flag flew on that day of infamy.
As we keep it going here. Oh, what a
Who is that?
I'm not sure who this is. But what a fun car there. What
I
a fun
have
thing
a
to
lot
drive.
of questions. I have a lot of questions. How did he even get in there? And he's all over the place on the road, too.
But I tell you, he's having the most fun out of everybody in this parade. I'll tell you that much right now.
I need to get one of those. Trade in my car for one of those. I think that'll
I'd
be
love
fun.
to see that in the 13 WMAC parking lot, Frederick.
I think a lot of people would have some things to say about that.
All right, coming up next, Councilman Charlie Bibb was just coming up behind that fun car there with looks like family and a whole group in
They are
tow.
having a good time, aren't they?
Yeah.
And right behind him, it looks like Councilman Larry Curtis, who represents Post 6. He is a member of the Junior 100 mentees of Warner Robins and 100 black men of Greater Warner Robins.
And behind him, Councilman Clifford Holmes, we have a lot of support from our local leaders here. He represents Post 5 too, but you can see him hanging out of his car, waving to the dozens of people that are here this Saturday morning, very cold Saturday morning for the Warner Robins Christmas Parade.
And actually driving him is Councilman Lawrenson. So we got
really?
the two
There we go.
longest serving councilmen. We call Councilman Clifford Holmes the godfather of Warner
The
Robins.
godfather
we
of Warner
go.
Robins. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, coming up behind this festive float here, we have Councilman for Post 4, Kevin Lashley, with family in tow, wife Wendy, daughters Izzy, Livy, and Eden in there as well. You can see the back of the truck all decked out today.
They are ready for the holiday spirit. I love the Santa hat and the festive sweater that they have on too.
And right after them on your screen, you will see Councilman Derek Mack. He is Post 1. Typically on a Saturday morning, they are out hunting, but this year they are committed to supporting the community being here. With him is his wife, Tony, who shot her first deer last Saturday.
There you go.
So also in the car with them are Catherine Jarvis, and Dr. Riley, and Jacory. So thanks, Councilman.
Great having them out here. Of course, we got so many people out here supporting them as well and waving as they go by. Everyone's excited to see all the different groups that are just wanting to be a part of this parade this year.
Oh, yes, an accomplishment on the shooting her first deer, too. What you're looking at right now, Miller Elementary School Chorus. They're an elementary school choir performing for the parade for the first time. They give Title I students a chance to be a part of this community event. That's really their mission, very involved in their community. And Dr. Dana Brock, the principal, and Joshua Wilson is their choir director, leading these young group of students.
I'm glad to see that whole group. I think we're going to get a little performance out of them
there
this
we go.
morning. A little
Great.
dance performance.
As they get up and they play the holiday tunes on this Saturday morning. They really get you in the Christmas spirit, don't they,
Right?
when you hear those traditional, and this sounds like a remix of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, but still,
Yeah.
nonetheless, just makes you ready to, be with family and be with friends this time of the year, as a lot of people have, A lot of people have gathered. Dozens of people have lined up this street.
Oh, look at them go. I love it.
So adorable, so young, but so talented, and they work so hard every day, year in year, to give us a stellar performance.
And you're not going to have to be so excited to be out here this morning, getting to perform in front of all their friends and family and people throughout the city of Warner Robins.
Quite a performance they're putting on, to say the least.
All right, coming up behind them, a very festive float here. Welcome to Whoville. We have
I
the
love that
Jamie
float.
Mormon team of 6 realtors and 3 admins. Their Whoville is the story of Christmas morning, they say. It just symbolizes the excitement and wonder of home ownership. As the Who celebrate the gift of Christmas, they are celebrating helping Central Georgia families find their homes. So it's fun to have them out here. They have a whole team that helped them design this very festive and very creative float here.
Isn't
Love
it
to see
nice? It kind of reminds you of, obviously Whoville, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but the attention to detail on that float
You
is
can tell they
amazing.
put a lot of work into this.
I love the outfits, too. I love those
know.
festive suits. You need to get one of those for Christmas
I-
morning, Frederick. If you're not wearing that on a Christmas morning during the morning show, I don't want to see it.
Where do I even begin to find that in the stores? I think that's one of those custom made suits that you have to find.
I love it. That is so cool.
The next group coming up is the Moms Club of Warner Robins, which is a nonprofit organization that supports the daytime parents through activities for both parents and children. by creating safe spaces to discuss the challenges of parenthood. This group is very, very involved on social media, and they are a driving force for children and parents here in Warner Robins.
They were very, very critical, especially during the pandemic. They were really doing whatever they could to get families food they needed, resources they needed. That's when I kind of learned all about them, and it's great to see how much they've grown over the past several years, too, with more people getting involved and finding that safe space to talk about being a mom and the things that come with it.
And that parental involvement certainly does make a difference in that community. Right now, making their way, they're in a BMW and they have some Corvettes behind them, but it's the Miss Warner Robins International City Scholarship Organization. These beautiful queens, 3 Miss and 3 teens, will be participating in the 2025 Miss Georgia pageant in June of next year. And their names, Jillian Higgins, Elise Higgins, Brooke Story, Cameron Griffith, Madison Walker, and London Rogers. Now, the Queens participate in a lot of local events, and they're recognized on stage at the July 4th celebration in Warner Robins. What an honor.
Excited to have them representing the city of Warner Robins. Good luck to them as they go off onto all their future pageant endeavors. We love to see it.
Yeah, and they've been very busy because they performed and sung at our Christmas tree lighting and have so many events here in December. So we are so grateful for them to be here in our parade.
And a fun fact, the two of the Miss Queens are twins, Jillian and Elise Higgins.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love
That's so
that.
neat.
You know I love a good twin story.
Oh.
All right, hey, coming up behind them, we told you there'd be more. Another JROTC group, this one from Houston County High School. They are a community service organization. They have all kinds of extracurricular activities that they participate in all throughout the community. Another very, very big group here. Of course, again, it's so good to see these students who are really dedicated to being a part of this ROTC program, to wanting to support our military, potentially get into the military themselves. So we are grateful for them being out here and being part of this community and all the work that they do. I mean, they really are all about giving back to the community, whether it be through different events, food drives, so many ways they look to give back.
And that's what it's about. I mean, of course, they're training to be our future military servicemen and women, but they give so much time, into the community and invest so much time to make sure that everyone is taken care of in the Warner Robins community and in surrounding communities in Central Georgia, too.
As we are watching them walk on by, I also want to take a moment, too. I know a lot of you watching are from the Warner Robins Houston County community, of course, would make sense. Hey, we have, if you're on 13 WMAC Plus, our new Robins Regional Wrap, and that is where we are showcasing all things Houston County, Warner Robins, Robins Air Force Base. We want to showcase all these great groups that are doing things year-round, like the ROTC, like these council members. All these groups, we're going to be taking all our stories each and every week from throughout the city of Warner Robins, throughout Houston County, and putting them all in one place right for you. I'll be hosting it each week. Of course, I'm a Houston County native. So, I'm excited to share things, all things Houston County. So make sure you tune in for that each and every week. The first episode dropped yesterday, so you can go ahead and find it. And then each and every Friday, we're going to post a new episode up there. So make sure you come and see what these groups are up to all year long, not just during the Christmas parade.
A lot of hard work.
This next group is the 10 to Win Sports. Their Winter Classic provides an all-star experience for middle school student athletes and local youth teams. This exciting annual community event showcases over 85 middle school athletes along with dozens of local recreational all-star teams. So it looks like they're cold, but I know that they're ready to keep on winning and doing great things here.
Excited to have them out here. You can see just the excitement in people on the side of the streets, whether they know the groups or not. Everyone's just waving and smiling and having a great time out here today.
It's so nice. A nonprofit group giving the youth in our community a chance to play the game that we all love at a high school level without all the contact. And they're a co-ed league where the age starts from 5 and goes up to 17. We're talking about the 10 to Win Sports. So a lot of hard work that they do. And I love their festive truck, too.
So we got the ladies group as well, decked out in their pink. Girls flag football. I love how much flag football has taken off for women.
know.
Yes.
What an incredible time for women's sports. Hey, coming up next, this is a really fun group, Fairy Tales and Friends. This is their 10-year anniversary, so you know they wanted to go big for their float this year. You can see the Peter Pan theme. You got all the classics, Captain Hook, Peter Pan, Wendy, Tinkerbell. They are a group. They go out to different parties and events, and they just share a little bit of magic with the people who they're with. You can see they go all out with their costumes. They're very realistic. We got their whole group. There's some of the most common characters behind them dressed in their festive best. We got Captain Sparrow there. We got Spider-Man. We got Aurora. We have
Is that Anna and Elsa?
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, it certainly
Yes,
feels
Belle.
like frozen out here.
I feel like I've been just transported to Disney World over here. I love it.
Warner Robins is now Disney World for the time being.
The happiest place on earth. I'd agree with that for today.
Yeah, but I would like to know, the amount of time and effort it takes to put these costumes together.
I will
because-
say I have a friend who was walking in this parade, and they put so much
Yes.
effort into this. And it's something they do all the time, whether it be, I think some of them are headed out to a party later today, and they're going to do a quick costume change. So they do
Nice.
so much work to make sure that these kids really get the realistic versions.
Right now we have Lonnie and Ronnie Miley, who are both decorated veterans who served in the U.S. Coast Guard and Army Reserve. We are so grateful for their service and sacrifice.
And following behind them are the Robin Spouses Club. Their mission and vision is to support and empower military spouses by fostering strong, connected community through a lot of social engagement, a lot of professional development, and philanthropic efforts. They're really dedicated to enhancing the well-being and the resilience of all Team Robins families, any way that we all can support them.
They do so much for the group. I think they were recently doing a cookie drive, trying to get cookies and just care packages to some of our airmen, just to put the smile on their face as we get through the holidays.
Nice.
Coming up next, the classic radio flyer wagon. My kids have one of these.
Really?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is awesome.
This is Circle Ace Hardware here with their decked out float filled with all kinds of toys for our Christmas in Toyland theme this year. They are
Nice.
locally owned. They've been serving Warner Robins for 35 years. They are a big part of this community, and they are excited for this parade.
Hi there. Merry Christmas to
This
you all.
next group is the House and County Provider Support Group. They are a group of child care providers making a difference in the lives of young children. Combined, their teachers have more than 300 years of experience.
I
Oh
actually
my
interviewed her
goodness.
not long ago, and they will help these people who want to set up their own childcare groups. They will help them with all the resources they need, all the qualifications they need. They really want to
Wow.
make a difference and get more opportunities for kids to have a safe place to learn and grow.
And 300 was the magical number? 300, can you repeat that? What was
The 300 years.
300 years collectively? My goodness, a lot of time in service in that community for sure.
All right, we got the
Yeah.
Academy of Dance here
Yes,
coming
we
up. You
do.
can see their full group. They are dancing. They are cheering. They got their Santa hats on.
And they've been in Warner Robins for nearly 60 years, the home to third generation of dancers. Very festive they are with their Santa hats. Look at them as they make their way on down.
Coming up behind them, we got the Turner Reagan Legion Post 594, supporting veterans and their families in the community. Commander Rick Barbie, Auxiliary President, Sons of the American Legion Commander, and Legion Rider Director Daryl Mercer, all joining in for the float today. Glad to have them out here. Glad to have them part of this community and all the work that they do for our veterans.
And a special person is right behind them. Kelsey Norris is wearing 14 gold medals around her neck.
Oh, my
She
goodness.
is a former Georgia Special Olympics Female Athlete of the Year and is a winner of at least 14 state-level medals in 4 different sports. She is currently top-ranked female Special Olympic golfer in Georgia and the most decorated Special Olympics athlete in the state. Wow, we are so lucky to have her here in our community.
She is so impressive. Weaver Middle School dance team is right behind them now. You can see they're out here giving quite the performance. I'm loving their outfits with the leopard. Look at them go. Weaver Middle School, they have all kinds of students in here. They are excited to be out here and showing off their skills. We are excited to have them out here.
I don't know. It sounds like these could be future Radio City Rockettes in New York City one day.
There we
you know?
go. You never
I
know.
mean, they're only in middle school and displaying this kind of talent. That's impressive.
That is incredible. Right after them is the I Hope Incorporated. They are a peer-led, peer-driven recovery community organization serving the Middle Georgia area. I Hope also has a secondary office in Fort Valley, serving ages 14 through 25.
14 through 25. One thing that I'm noticing is that there's a lot of youth involvement in this parade, and really in Warner Robins in Central Georgia too, which is really cool. It's good to get them to start early on so that they could, the strides that they're making now can reflect when they're a lot older, and then they have kids, and then their kids can do that, and it's just kind of the cycle, if you will.
And it's such important work that they do for the people in Warner Robins and helping those who are in that process of recovery. And we're glad to have them here as part of this community. That is such an important resource to have.
And that first group we saw was them, and they just keep on coming it down. We have shout out to Derek Greenwood, the I Hope Employee of the Year. Angela Holt, Middle Flint CEO, was also honored for her desire to collaborate with the community here.
Well, I will tell you, if you think you've already seen a lot of floats in this parade so far, we are only about 40 out of 100 and something in. So if that tells you how many people are part of this parade and excited to be here, I don't know what does, because this just keeps growing and growing every year, and such a variety of groups out here. We're having so much fun.
Which makes it, so exciting when you have this festive tradition that people, look forward to, and that it's going to grow and it's going to continue to grow year after year. It's really, really exciting. Right now, as they make their way down Davis Street, Warner Robins Radier Reds, they're a competition cheer squad that is designed to give all the young ladies a chance to be a part of the cheer world. And they start at age 5 and they go to 14 years old, and they place second and third in diamond and cheer competitions, and they also were a finalist at national the one.
Oh, wow, that is
Wow,
awesome.
that is impressive. Coming up behind them, we have the Major General Joseph A. McNeil chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporation. They help provide financial assistance to Middle Georgia students to meet their educational goals. They were a 2023 top membership recruiting chapter representing the Tuskegee Airmen and the history of the Air Force. Of course, the Air Force here in Central Georgia as well, a rich history. We are glad to have them in this parade today, and loving that red car too.
Very classic.
Coming right after them is the Middle Georgia Honor Flight. And Caitlin, I know that you had a huge part in the beginning of the Middle Georgia Honor Flight. What was your experience?
So I did a couple stories on them when they were really trying to get the group off the ground, if you will. And the work that they do to make sure these veterans get to go see these memorials up in Washington, D.C. is absolutely incredible. I went on the first honor flight with them, and just to hear the stories, hear the stories that these veterans tell and how they open up and have such a common shared history is so wonderful, and to see their eyes light up when they're told thank you so many times, something that a lot of them didn't get to hear when they returned home. It really is just a heartwarming and emotional experience. If you ever get a chance to go and be a volunteer with that group, it really, really touches your heart.
Oh, yeah, and what's important to note, too, is Warner Robins just acquired the land for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Yes.
So we are grateful to get that started.
I know a lot of veterans excited for that. Up next, it looks like we have the next ROTC group here. This is from Veterans High School.
Huge.
This is a very, very impressive group. They won national championships. One of their teams did not long ago. They have 160 cadets all out here
Wow.
demonstrating their holiday spirit. We have the Raiders team, the All-Service and Air Force Challenge Divisional National Champions. I knew it was in here somewhere. They have full dress uniform here. Their lead vehicles have their court and escort, Cadet Marisa Adorno and Cadet Tyler Thompson. Excited to have them out here. If you ever go back and watch the story we did on them not long ago about winning that national championship and the things it took them in order to get that title and the work they put in, you will be even more impressed with this group than you might already be.
Yeah, quite an impressive group, to say the least. I love the uniformity.
It looks like next up is the Upper Tier Barbershop. They want the community to know that they have a program called the Project Upper Tier, which is their fundraiser of donating back to the community.
That is so great to see some of these just businesses in general finding a way to give back. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their talents. A lot of these barbershops, I know, like during back to school, they'll do free haircuts, and they find ways to
Yes.
give back with whatever resources and means that they have. So great to have them out here, and great to support that cause too.
And you see this gentleman with the red hair too. He's dancing, probably shivering
He is
because it's
having
a little
the
cold.
time of his life, isn't he?
Oh yes, but I will say, barbershops are really a safe space, and beauty shops, respectively too, are a safe space for people to go. You think you're going for a haircut or to get your hair done, and then you actually go and it turns into a therapy session, which is always it's always really, really cool. Next we have flags over Georgia. What are those vehicles called? I see them oftentimes, and I really don't know what's the slingshots. Okay, they're called slingshots. They're so cool. But this is a group of all patriotic volunteers, and they stand with American flags on Russell Parkway overpass. It's close to Buc-ee's, and they honor active military veterans. And they have other groups. They help with other groups and organizations, helping with benefit rides, drive-bys, and standing flag lines for our heroes. Just a really cool way to give back to our heroes, wouldn't you say?
It's such a simple thing to go out there and wave the flags across that overpass, but I will tell you, it makes a world of difference to some of our veterans who, may not feel
Yes.
appreciated or maybe feeling a little down. And then just to drive on the interstate and see that amount of support of people wanting to be out there. And they are out there in the cold, in the rain. They are out there making sure that they are showing their support for our military, and that is just a really cool thing to see. They have a heart of gold, but they do have the Grinch out here, too, with them this
now that
morning.
Grinch one is awesome.
Oh, yes, he better not be stealing Christmas.
No,
Fortunately,
no.
he's inside of the slingshot, so we think we'll keep him bay this year. But, yeah, that's a pretty awesome. Is that green paint, too? My goodness.
I think so. That
It
is
is.
some impressive stuff. Oh, so fun to have them out there. I love seeing how creative people are with decorating all these different kinds of cars.
You know, you think Halloween is creative with the costumes, but I will say Christmas is pretty, it's a little more creative with the costumes that we have seen in the 30 minutes that we've been, broadcasting this.
Coming up behind them, you have Warner Robins Animal Control out here. They got some pups on board.
Oh.
Love to see it. Love the work that they do for the city of Warner Robins. Glad to have them out here. Love to see the pups in tow. They got to be a little chilly, though.
Oh,
I know,
a
I
little bit,
certainly am.
And next Saturday, December 14th, they are having a Santa photos with your pet, so you can bring your pet out and take photos with Santa there.
Caitlin, you going to bring Coco?
I just might have to. I don't know how she feels about Santa. Hopefully better than my kids.
Oh, I think they did a little better this year,
They
would you
did,
say?
they did. I'll give it to them.
After that, we have Miss Thompson Middle School. Ivana Turner holds the title for the 2024 Miss Thompson Middle School, and we also have Chloe, who is a 7th grade gifted student at Thompson Middle School, and they are both honored to represent their school here this morning. Congratulations to them.
How about this? The Knox Pest Control.
I've never seen a more festive cockroach.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
I
It
would think
is.
so, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Get this. They have been a family-owned business since 1929. How impressive is this? Ronnie Knox, the regional vice president, and Billy Sheffield, sales manager, you see there. And they deal with termite, pest, wildlife, bedbug, and mosquito control. But did you say that was a cockroach?
I think I'm not. It's some kind of bug, and I've never seen a more festive bug. I guess I won't be as specific.
He's pretty happy, to say the least. He doesn't have to worry about, ending his life or anything, at least right now.
All right, coming up behind them, another festive group. This
It looks like it's the Kingdom Boxing Gym.
Oh, cool.
That group is one of the biggest boxing gyms in the state of Georgia and has been awarded and nominated as the best boxing gym in Georgia since 2018. They do beginners, they do pros, and what's neat is they partner with the city for the mayor's health initiative and hosted some free classes, and the turnout was incredible, and they do so much good for this city.
wow, what a big group too.
I know. Following them, the Premier South Electrical, with a combined 40 years in the electrical industry. Owner, operator Matthew and Justin, they started with a simple idea: offer the best electrical contracting and safety services, and bar none. And as you see, they have Santa Claus, elves, reindeer, and a group of kids behind them, ushering in the Christmas holiday.
I love all those small little holiday blobs there on the top of the car too. That's fun.
I know.
All right, coming up behind them, it looks like we got Warner Robins Police and the Grinch.
And the
Oh,
Grinch.
cool. Uh-oh.
There's a lot of Grinches here.
he
He's all
is-
over the place.
Well, they got them in custody, though, which is good. We don't have to worry about any, theft or anything.
That's
like
right. No stealing Christmas this year, Grinch. I don't think so.
that.
All right, coming up next, you think it's scary, but it's not. It's Haunt for a Cause. They are dedicated to enriching our community with memorable experience like haunted houses. They want to create some lasting memories, but it's also twofold. They raise money to directly benefit the homeless, aid in recovering addicts, supporting abuse victims, and cares for animals in need. They are all about compassion and helping others. So nothing scary about that, that's for sure. Their float might be a little scary, but they certainly are not. They certainly are a Heart of Gold group here.
Once you enter October, November, and December, all the holidays, mesh together. So I think it's appropriate we have a little Halloween in this Christmas parade.
I love seeing how they've turned all of these scary Halloween costumes into something festive and fun.
And for a good cause, too. All right, as we make our way throughout this parade on this beautiful Saturday morning, a bit cold, wouldn't you say, but we're still warm and everything. I think this is the Teaching Kings and Queens Homeschool. Okay. They're licensed with Bright from the Start, quality rated 3-star program with children, a food program participant they are, and farm to early childhood education program too. And you see all the kids and the adults on the back of on their float too, and a very festive float, wouldn't you say? It looks like icicles, and I think that's appropriate for how cold it is on this Saturday morning, wouldn't you say?
I would
chilly.
certainly say so. I love seeing all the effort and work that these people are putting into these floats. This is so fun to see.
The next group is the Humane Society of Houston County. They are a nonprofit dedicated to serving the citizens here in Middle Georgia. Volunteers are the true heartbeat of everything that they do, from working directly with animals to helping with laundry, dishes, building, upkeeping, and even maintaining their lawns and grounds. That they are making a difference in this community for the animals.
I love their vintage Jeep there
Yes.
too, and I'm going to assume maybe I shouldn't assume that is the Grinch, but it looks like someone green, you know.
A lot of Grinches out here, but not in this parade. We got some excited folks.
I mean, yeah, Grinches, but we also have Santa Claus and,
That's
you know,
true.
elves, too, and a lot of festive people doing some cute dance moves. As you see here, it's a part of the NAACP. They work to ensure that people's civil rights are not violated, of course, and that they get fair and equal justice. And as you see, they are in the holiday spirit with their Santa hat. I see a candy cane in the back of their truck. This is the NAACP, there we go, Houston County branch, as they make their way on this Saturday morning.
Coming up behind them, a pretty interesting group, the Kappa Epsilon Pi group. They are the military sorority made up of females of all branches of the armed services. They're women of service, being of service, they say. They like to say that they honor their past service members, unite the present ones, and mentor the future service members.
Next up is the Griffin Lumber and Hardware. The Warner Robins location is the newest of 7 stores. They are involved in community projects here in Warner Robins, and they bring hundreds of jobs to the Middle Georgia area and surrounding communities.
And behind them, a huge presence is the Urban Jeep Squad Club. Listen to this. They are the largest Jeep club in the Middle Georgia area. They give back to the community and the less fortunate. They host a lot of events to bring car enthusiasts together. We saw the Corvette Club earlier. So now we have the Jeep Squad Club for the love of their cars. They're a nonprofit organization. And for more information on how to join them, you can contact them on social media. But isn't that amazing? I just love how these car clubs really get together. Of course, they get to show off their nice, cars and their work that they have done. But they really have a bigger purpose, which is to give back to the community.
I love to see that. And if you see some of them have those rows of ducks on the front of their Jeep, my dad recently got a Jeep, so I learned all about what that is. They all buy these individual ducks, and you duck someone's Jeep whenever you see another Jeep in a parking lot.
Really?
So all those ducks are in their front of their cars are people with fellow Jeeps who have come and given them their little personal ducks. It's a fun little tradition.
The Jeep has definitely has like a culture around them. Even they wave. There's a certain type of wave when they're driving down the road that they do. I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't have a Jeep.
Well, maybe we could talk to Caitlin's dad, and then we can learn a bit
teach
more.
us. I don't know if he knows the wave yet. He has the ducks, though.
Oh, he's going to learn.
Coming up behind them, we have Miss Veterans High School, Alexandria Harbin. She's representing the spirit and pride of veterans, serving as a role model, promoting their school values. She's hosting the first annual Merry and Magical Story Time coming up December 14th. It's an interactive holiday event to encourage the love of reading and promoting literacy, so a great way to give back there.
Next up, we have Huntington Middle School introducing the new 2024 Mr. and Miss Hawk of Huntington Middle School. That is so neat that they're here in a convertible and able to wave to everyone in the parade.
All righty. Next, we have the Rolling Thunder, Georgia. As you see here, there's a very festive. They're making their way on Davis Street on this Saturday morning. And behind them, a truck, and you see some people on bikes, too.
I love to say they are a national nonprofit group bringing awareness to POW and MIA issues, as well as supporting our nation's veterans. There are 80 chapters across the U.S., and so they're the only chapter in Georgia, fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah, and it looks like the bikes are actually with You Create Warner Robins, which is a youth biking team that started here in Warner Robins, and look at this. They got a long way to pedal.
Oh, yes.
Right. Oh, what a big group, though, and it's so great for them. They really encourage kids to get outside, to learn how to ride a bike, to do those childhood things, and they make sure that kids have access to bikes, too.
Yes.
Which is such a big milestone in a childhood. Coming up behind them, we have the Olympia Skate Center. Talk about childhood. We got from bikes to rollerblades. They've been a staple here for 45 years in this community. They are proud to be part of 1,000 birthday memories and family events.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, they
Oh,
have
my
their
goodness.
speed racing team. They participate in speed tournaments all over the Southeast.
You know, I have a lot of friends that have picked up this recent interest in rollerblading. I don't know how they do it because I have no balance whatsoever.
You and me both, but they are having a good time out here today. They have their mascot with them, Roller Roo, the Olympia mascot, and of course that giant roller skate float too. Fun to see that out here today.
Oh yeah, look at that big inflatable. I just noticed that. My goodness, I need one of those for my parents' front yard. Next we have the Venomex. They are a Latin family starting out in the world of organizing children's parties. Christmas is magic for them. They want to simulate the entrance to Santa Claus's workshop. They are a family business and they are ready to serve the community. And as you see, very, very festive and a lot of work on not only the back of their truck, but take a close look at their rims on their
Oh, the hubcaps.
I know.
Yes. It's great to see a lot of these smaller groups getting together and starting these businesses and making a difference in the community and wanting to do that too. So we're glad to have them joining the Warner Robins community.
Merry Christmas to you all.
It looks like there's the Eagle Springs Elementary School Dancing Eagles coming up next. Driving the car, it looks like there is Mr. and Miss Scroggins, who are teachers there, and those 3rd through 5th graders promote and uphold the school spirit within the school and the community.
I love all their smiles too.
Yes.
There they are.
And their school pride. Go Eagles is what they said.
A lot of pride this morning too. A lot of Christmas spirit too.
Coming up behind them, the Rockin' Pandas, 1st and 2nd graders who are excited to be out here. They have a trailer full of their Rockin' Pandas staff, their school, David Purdue Primary, and their Rockin' Pandas family members out there doing a little, looks like a little reindeer dance.
Well, now is the time
they
to
are
do the
getting
reindeer dance. We have less than 20 days before Santa comes down some chimneys to deliver some gifts. So go ahead and call up all the reindeers you can at this point, right?
That's right.
Moving right along, we have Miss Houston County High School and Little Miss Houston County. They represent their school by being involved. We also have Pearl Stevens, the Dancing Pearls, as you see here. They are a dance cheer team at Pearl Stevens Elementary. This group of young women work hard in and out of the classroom to be successful students and dancers, and they enjoy this creative outlet and bonding with their peers. I love those crowns, too.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, those crowns are sparkling here in the sun this morning.
They certainly are, and they are
All those
so excited
queens.
to be out here. Yes, and the dance group's coming behind them, really bringing up that holiday spirit here.
With their cute pom-poms. And I don't know if you all are able to hear them on the broadcast, but they have some chants that they're shouting out, too.
Next up, we got the Girl Scout Troop 60157, 2nd grade brownies that love outdoor adventures and making the world a better place. I was once a brownie, so it's
Were
fun
you
to
really?
see. I was. I think I made it one step above that, and then that's where I stopped. But it's fun to see these girls out here having a good time, learning how to make a difference in their community at a young age.
And it looks like we have David Purdue Poppin' Pandas now, and they are still dancing. They have a couple of groups doing an awesome job this morning.
And I see the panda on the back of the float there, too.
Yes. They got their Santa hats on. They are dancing. They are cranking up the holiday spirit this morning.
That is what you call a poppin' panda.
Oh, what's cool now, it looks like that's Car Bros TV. The 2020 Camaro SS serves as the official pace car for the 600 Indy car race held at the Texas Motor Speedway. That is a very cool looking car. It looks like they had a dog out in the window also. That's awesome.
Speaking of cool, Jeremiah's Italian Ice. I know it's a little cold, but why not get some? They're there to serve up incredible treats with strategic thinkers on a mission to spread Jeremiah's mission by consistently creating flavorful experiences. And as you see, they're nice blow up there.
You hear that old school horn? That means it's the Flint
that what I'm hearing?
Energies. Yes.
I was like, what is
What a
that?
cool car.
They got the cool car out there. Of course, we love our Flint Energies groups. They have been doing service for 87 years. They've grown to more than 95,000 meters across 17 central Georgia counties, primarily Houston County, that we're grateful for the work they do, especially following, big storms and things like
yes.
that. Those Flint Energies groups are out there as soon as they can to make sure that they are getting people the service they need.
The next thing is the DTR. They rent trailers and repair them, and they also haul items away. Those are some good-looking trucks right there.
I
Yes,
know.
they
It's a
are.
Ford F-250 looks like on the back.
You could just drive that over to my driveway.
Wouldn't it be nice to, just give it to you for free? You don't have to worry about the payments or anything.
Right, exactly. I'll put a bow on it for my husband for Christmas.
And then boom, I know he'll be grateful for it. Behind them, Museum of Aviation Foundation. They're free and open to the public. It's the second largest DoD aviation museum in our country, welcoming more than 500,000 visitors a year.
They are such an important part of this community, supporting Robins Air
Huge.
Force Base, supporting all of our STEM activities, all the STEM camps they have, getting kids involved at a young age. What a fun group coming up next. The Volkswagen of Warner Robins showing off the 2025 Volkswagen. They're the largest volume Volkswagen dealership in Central Georgia and one of the largest wholesaler part groups in the Southeast.
And those are actually their new ID Buzz. Those
Really?
are all electric vans.
Wow.
Is what they are.
I thought did they bring those back? Do we know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Throwback.
I
cool.
Coming
guess
back.
so. Those are really cool.
My dad, when he lived in Germany, he drove one of the older ones too, and he kept it for a little while. So
Nice.
So nice to see the newer ones.
We have Smoky Rig Aerial Services. They are a local tree service removal company. They also do land clearing, holiday light installation, disaster recovery, and concrete and asphalt pavers.
All right, right behind them, we have the VFW Memorial Post 6605. The VFW fosters camaraderie among United States veterans and overseas conflicts, and they serve our veterans, the military, and our communities. They also advocate on behalf of all veterans, and they ensure veterans are respected for their service and always receive their earned entitlements. Great way to give back and to honor our military servicemen and women.
Absolutely. Coming up behind them, another important group, the Goodwill of Middle Georgia. They've been here since 1975. They have 8 regional career centers across 31 Georgia counties and also in South Carolina and other parts of the country too. They're here is showing off their holiday spirit, giving back to those in Central Georgia.
Nice. I love the what they've done to this boat too, in the back with the balloon arrangement too.
It looks like this is Peacock's Performing Arts Center coming up next. They offer dance instructions in a wide variety of genres. Their goal is to provide a positive and encouraging environment. They performed recently at our tree lighting, and it was so neat. Right before they went on stage, they were encouraging each other. They were building each other up, so that is awesome.
I love
look
to
at
see
their
the age ranges
dance.
too.
I know, and they're all together, and they look so happy and festive and warm too, since it is a bit chilly out here. Love to see it.
All right, coming up behind them, the Shirley Hills Elementary School Mustang Spirit Squad, and they are bringing some spirit this morning. They got their
yes.
pom-poms ready. These are 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students from Shirley Hills Elementary School out here with their coaches this morning.
Alrighty, and behind them, coming up in just a few moments, the Waves Autism Center. Am I saying
Yes.
that correctly? A bit of my page is torn off, but they were created back in 2018. They're a local mental health counselor with 2 sons. They've been serving the autistic community for more than 6 years in Houston County, and they offer different pathways for ages 6 to adult. And they also have weekly social and life groups too. So good thing that they're doing for the community to talk about some of those issues that people may be having.
Absolutely. Coming up behind them, big old food truck here for ABC Catering. They specialize in gourmet and Southern comfort cuisine. That's what you need on a day
Yum.
like this, some
I
comfort
know.
cuisine. In 2022, they were featured on the cover of the Macon Telegram. Also, owner and operator of ABC Catering is an Army veteran. So glad to see a veteran-owned business there. Good to see them out here in the community.
Right
you know you love
behind
this
them.
one.
Oh, this is
Is-
so cute.
Chick-fil-A of Warner Robins. They are excited to be part of this year's parade. It is their pleasure to continue to serve smiles, kindness, and, of course, delicious chicken to their community.
Eat more chicken. Next, we have Primary Kids Academy, representing Primary Kids Academy, better known as PKA, and they've been in business for 9 years strong, and they love what they do. And a special shout out to the staff, Miss Q and Miss Destiny and Miss Smith, among other people too. Love their float. Very festive. Very
Coming
festive.
up next, we have a staple here at the Warner Robins Parade.
Oh, really?
The Shriners. Oh, I love it when they bring all these little cars every
Those are
single
so
year.
cool.
So
Their
adorable.
signature magic and joy, of course, known for their vibrant spirit and dedication to community service. They are a staple in events and parades all across the area. A little touch of tradition and excitement, if you will. course, they also do so much for the community. This is just a fun way to show them off and give them some recognition for the work that they do throughout the community all year
How
long.
neat.
Jeez, I just really want to see what is the maneuver to get in that. Like,
Right.
There's no way that I could fit in there. There's absolutely no way.
I remember the car. I don't remember the monster truck last year. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm forgetting, but that one might be new.
I want to
it's-
drive one of those. I want to
Right?
have fun with that.
Maybe after the parade we should ask them, hey, can we do a
Jump
test
in?
drive? Yeah, let's see what it's like.
Next up, we have the Warner Robins Kappa League. They want to recognize. They were recognized by Mayor Patrick in January 2024 with a proclamation naming the month of January as Kappa League Month of Warner Robins. This group is for young men between grades 6th through 12th who strive to be upstanding parts of their community.
We'd love to see that. We love to hear that and all of the work that they are doing in this community as they make their way down Davis Street. Following them is the Warner Robins Rec Department AU Coach Pitch and TNU Fast Pitch Diamondbacks girls softball team as they're
Oh.
waving to us this Saturday morning. Good morning, everybody. The team started the season with some players that were first players, and all players ended the season with more confidence, endurance, independence, and a lot more friends, and the transformation for them has been amazing to witness. And that's really what it's all about. You know, you go to play the game, but the camaraderie, too, makes it all special. You gain lifelong friends when you're a part of these sports groups.
And you learn some lifelong lessons, too, about working with others, about adversity, about overcoming obstacles. So it's great to see these groups getting together and teaching these young students this. Coming up, we have Win Home Inspection. They love serving the people of Central Georgia. Their goal is to provide thorough home inspections. We were interviewing them, I think, earlier this week, and they were so
Really?
excited to be part of the parade this year. They said they were getting creative, and they certainly did. Look at that float. They're building a big gingerbread house there.
And needless to say, I'm sure they inspected that float, and I'm sure that float is in top quality condition.
The
wouldn't you say?
safest float out here.
Next up, we have MTA Kayak Tour Guide. They do kayak tours by certified coaches, and that is so neat to see here in Warner Robins. Go get your kayak on.
There
Yeah.
we
You know, the first time I got into a kayak, I almost flipped it over. And ever since, I've had like a fear of getting into a kayak. But, you know, when it gets a little warmer outside, maybe I'll have to go visit them. And then Caitlin and I can get in a kayak, and then we'll
There we
have
go.
fun. And we just won't flip.
Exactly. That'll be it. Well, it'll be perfectly smooth.
Next, we have the Warner Robins Nurses Honor Guy. Good morning to you all. They're waving to us. So nice, and they're festive, too. They provide a final tribute free of charge to any licensed and registered nurse, active or retired, for memorial or graveside services. And they really are big in this community, as you see, as a lot of people look to them as they, continue with whatever endeavor that they have. But, man, I love their float, too.
Yes.
Isn't it
The
nice?
carousel, the spinning.
You hear the honking. This is Peach State Dumpster King LLC. They may be talking all about trash, but they are a treasure in this community for sure. They have not received, they said, we haven't received any awards at this time, but they want to give back to their community. They're a newer company, so we're excited to have them part of the Warner Robins community and excited to see how they can grow and how people in Central Georgia will support them.
Next up is the Blue Flint Designs LLC. They are a turnkey custom builder. From complete outdoor build projects to the inside renovations, let them help bring your dreams to reality. They were recently featured in the Houston Living magazine, and I love that float. I mean, it is a winter wonderland up there, and they have it blue and white and snowing and
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, it's winter wonderland out here. Very festive and very appropriate for the temperature. Following them, the Warner Robins Moose Lodge. They're part of an international organization of men and women dedicated to caring for young and old, bringing communities closer together and celebrating life. And we believe there's no better feeling, they say, than making a difference in the lives of children, seniors, and communities. You see their float right there with a nice Christmas tree. The reindeer on the back and some
Yes.
people in the back, too, in their Santa hats, a part of the staff there, I would imagine. And they're all festive and they're waving to us, getting us in the holiday spirit.
Okay, take a look at this next thing coming down the way here. This is the Experimental Aircraft Association, Chapter 38. They're a nonprofit all about promoting the building and flying of experimental aircraft, as well as general aviation. Take a look at this thing. Would you hop onto this?
You know, because I went skydiving earlier this year.
You are a daredevil.
I am a daredevil. Yes, I would.
Wow.
Wow. That is so cool. They said they're the spirit of aviation, and you can definitely see they must have a passion for it. Such a cool looking aircraft. I think I'll let you test it first,
I was going to say,
Frederick,
you say you wouldn't get on
after you.
after me, after we're
you.
successful?
Yes.
Next up is the Golden Key Realty. They are celebrating 45 years. This year is 45 years as a real estate agency in Middle Georgia. They want to do more than just sell, rent, and buy homes. They want to be part of every family story. And it looks like we got a gingerbread man on this one.
Oh, love it. A lot of gingerbread houses this year and Grinches. Those are kind of a couple of things we've been seeing on some of these floats. We love it. Good to have them out here. Good to see everybody having fun in the parade, all smiles. You can see the people who, you can't see them on your broadcast. We're seeing them out here. Everyone is waving and smiling and having such a great time out here this morning. And that's really what it's all about.
And they're also warm, too. They're very dressed very warmly.
They are bundled up.
As they should be.
All right, we got Warner Robins High School coming up next. Miss Warner Robins High pageant provides an avenue for young women to demonstrate their talent, poise, and interview skills. This is Miss Alana Bennett, escorted by her father this morning. She's currently a student at Kennesaw State, continued supporting her community with different volunteer efforts. She is a member of Big Sister, Little Sister, volunteers at Boys and Girls Clubs, and also participates in club gymnastics. So good to have her back home here this morning.
Welcome, welcome.
Well, it sounds like they're getting ready.
Oh, that's you were in band, so you know that. That's the roll-off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's always so good to hear marching bands. And Warner Robins has been here for a very, very long time and is part of this community. And, you know, marching bands, they work just as hard as, you know, the football teams and the cheerleaders because they have practices and then they'll have a Friday night football game. They're the last ones out of the stadium. Then they may have a competition on Saturday. And if they have playoffs, they're going to be working hard. So they've only had a couple weeks off, and let's take a listen to them.
And, you know, they sound really amazing. And something
Yes,
that you mentioned is that they do just as much work as our football players, our baseball players, our softball players. Because when I was in band, I mean, and you were in band director too,
Yeah.
it requires a lot of tenacity and a lot of time. It's almost like a workout, if you will, especially during summer band practice. I spent hours on the football field, you know, just being fit to be able to march in a parade or being able to march on Friday night, and especially competition too on Saturdays.
Yes, it's such a busy time, and it takes so much time and dedication. And I love how they've decorated their instruments.
I was just about to say that. Look how fun and festive that is.
The band director is Todd Howell, and they have earned superior ratings, best in class. They've been a Silver Division Grand Champion.
Wow.
Music and band is alive and well here in Houston County.
We have so many talented bands here in Central Georgia. It really is incredible to see so many students not only involved in music, but excelling at music and being part of these larger bands. Okay, you know.
Is that who I think it is?
Is that who we think
it definitely is. We have the Warner
man of the
Robins
hour?
Fire Department truck, and that can only mean one thing and one thing only. Santa Claus is coming to town, everybody. Christmas
man of
time
the
is
hour.
here for sure. Love seeing the big old trucks decorated. There's
There
Santa on
he
the back. I was
is.
like,
There he
maybe
is.
he's driving. No, he's there on the back, making sure that everybody's here to wave hi to Santa. Put your name in for the nice list, everyone, as you see him drive by.
Hopefully we can
Hey,
get a
Santa.
hearty ho, ho, ho. Hi there, Santa. Merry Christmas. Caitlin, do you think you'll be on? Because I work with you every day, I am pretty sure you're going to be on the nice list,
I
but
hope
what
so.
do you think?
I feel like I've been good this year. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I would say so, too. I
think we're all three on the nice list. I'll take that.
I sure hope so.
What a fun way to wrap up the parade and a fun way to celebrate the season of Christmas and the holidays, and just to celebrate this Warner Robins community and the excitement and the sense of community that we have here in the city.
Yeah, it was on full display this morning, as you saw the many cheerleaders, the many local organizations, you know, barbershops, there were, you know, the VFW, nursing homes, so many people that have such an investment to the Warner Robins community, which is so amazing to see on full display.
And you see all the floats and the groups out here, and it's so wonderful to see them wanting to come out, but it's also about all the behind the scenes and the people who make this parade happen. We saw the police department just come by earlier. We had Public Works out here getting everything set up. so much goes into just setting up this parade and making it happen and making it a fun and safe event for the people of Warner Robins. So we thank everybody who's done their work to make it happen.
Yeah, behind the scenes, there have been the Middle Georgia Radio Association and Central Georgia Amateur Radio Club that have been providing support and communications. All of the city employees, like every department, this is a all hands on deck type of event. So everyone from the clerk's office to the CVB utilities, stormwater, the mayor's office, executive staff, I could keep going, public safety, everyone who's employed by the city of Warner Robins is here doing something today or helping to prepare. Thank you to all the participants, and most importantly, thank you to 13 WMAZ, Caitlin and Frederick. Y'all have been awesome to do this with, and we hope to do it again soon.
Yeah, my first year doing this, and might I say, this was really fun. A lot of festive floats, to say the least, and it's nice to know that this has grown over the years, something that you've seen over the years.
I'm excited to see even next year what comes next and how many more groups we have involved. And thank you for those of you who are watching us right now on 13 WMAZ Plus and joining in. Maybe you didn't want to brave the cold, but you were still able to catch all the groups that were out here and find a way to support all the groups out here in the Warner Robins Christmas Parade. Thank you for watching. And thank you to the City of Warner Robins for helping to put this all together and make Warner Robins a fun and festive place on this Saturday morning.